All right, we
Good
are
evening
here.
and welcome back to.
Oh,
You messed up my intro. That might be the intro now. Jesus. Let's try that
All right.
again. All right, we are here. Welcome to another episode of the ForeBros podcast. As always, you have myself, the host, Brandon. You have AJ. You have Blake, Matty J, Coach Burke, and old BG over there. Hello, fellas. How is it going? Great to see you. Fireworks are going off,
what's up?
and we are ready to rock and roll. Got a great episode lined up for you. Got a lot of things to go over, a lot of things to laugh about, and just a lot of things to share in general. So, glad you guys are all doing well, and we got the whole crew is here. All six of us is here. We're getting close, guys, to looking like the Brady Bunch intro. Right, we're almost at the place where we can start
Almost there.
looking around and doing
Feels
all that
feels
kind
kind
of stuff.
of Hollywood Squares-ish.
Yeah, 100%. So, but anyways, we are so glad that you are tuned in, watching or listening, wherever you get your podcast from. If you're watching or listening on Spotify, appreciate you. If you're watching, listen on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Follow us there and let us know what you think about this podcast. We want to start off with an icebreaker, boys. We'll start off with a question. We'll start off getting us going here, okay?
Coming
Question
in hot,
is,
huh?
yeah. Starting real simple. Question is,
Yeah.
because I think our fan base, all five of those people, don't really know maybe in depth about the ForeBros. Maybe there's a piece of us that they're missing. So the question is, what is a hobby or a passion that you have that our listeners don't know you have?
Hmm.
All right. So what is a hobby or passion that you have that the listeners don't know you have? Blake, we're going to start with you, my boy.
You're going to start with
Start
me.
off with Blake.
I just look dumbfounded and just kind of looking up everywhere.
Let's pick
What is a hobby?
or
Google,
a
what's the hobbies that I like?
passion?
That's a teaching strategy. Pick out the most confused one.
Man, I don't know if it's a hobby. I mean, I guess with my work, what I really enjoy is really seeing something like before and after. Just taking something that was just rough, bad, and putting your own style on it, stance on it, and making it just nice and neat. Which it could be anything. I said all my stuff's remodeling, but it could be whatever, But
Can you do my backyard?
I mean, again, do pretty much anything. Our hobbies are golf. That's all we do. Is all we got time for. Just
our
work,
personality.
golf, and family. That's about it. But I'd say a hobby of mine would be to take something rough and just make it nice. So.
Okay.
Blake, when you're doing that demo work, like when you get sawdust on you, do you ever get itchy?
No, not too
No?
itchy.
Not too.
Sometimes there's
Lucky you.
specific spots of my body that's real itchy, but other than that, no, not too itchy.
Wow.
Cool.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
Matt, you got
jeez.
you got some hobbies. You got some hobbies.
He does.
Yeah, but,
Extracurriculars.
but things that people don't know though. That's
It don't
The
matter.
listener, it's just the common
The
listener.
the common listener. They
We
may
can
not
know it.
well. No, I'm trying to think. I mean, I feel like I'm pretty open about the things I like to do. I tell you something new that's kind of really been. I don't know. I guess something new that I've done before, but just really kind of getting back into, which is actually going to a gun range and just shooting. Having a blast doing that. I don't know, just something kind of clear the mind. You don't have to think about a whole lot when you get out there, other than just load, aim, point, shoot, go. So that's kind of been, I guess, something new here recently. So I'd say that.
Yeah. Nothing like the good smell of burnt gunpowder.
That gunpowder ever make you itchy?
Man.
I don't think so.
Well, shouldn't get
don't
the
think so.
burnt gunpowder on you, but
No.
yeah, to each their
Well,
own.
it is Matt. It is Matt. You know.
Every so often, like a shell will kind of bounce back at you a little bit. You just kind of have to, be ready for it.
It nicked me.
but I touched
I
it.
dodged it, but it nicked me. Sorry. Brian, you got any hobbies or passions that you have that the listeners don't know you have?
This should be
Probably.
interesting.
No,
This should be
yeah, I
interesting,
think
man.
most of you,
Care to
Bert
share?
may not know this, but I think I know Blake does. I know Brandon does. I know, yeah, y'all know. I am an absolute roller coaster fanatic.
Cool.
Dude,
I can dig
I
that.
will go to the ends of the earth to ride roller coasters. If you are a listener and you are out there and you want to help us go to the moon, I will take you to whatever amusement park you want to go to, and we'll ride roller coasters until the little hearts can't take it anymore. But yeah, I have a pretty bad obsession with roller coasters. So
So I hear
Bert,
the fastest and the craziest is in Ohio. Have you been there?
I
Cedar Point.
have I
Cedar
have
Point,
been
yes.
I have been to Cedar Point, and it was fantastic.
Good.
He talked about
Burke,
that.
he-
I went on the
is-
middle
world's
school,
fastest in
high school.
Carowinds.
Burke, he underplays this obsession so much. When I mean
was
we
about to
were in the
say.
middle of a golf round and he was like, hold on. Like it was his turn to hit. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, the new video for this new ride came out. I'm like, I gotta watch it real quick. It's like a POV ride along. I was like,
No,
dude, you're
Listen,
40. Like, can we stop? What are we doing?
I have
Hey.
sent. No, I have sent this man like a video of a roller coaster, and he'll respond, "Yeah, done seen it." Like, oh, okay, cool, wow.
Yeah.
I just swipe to the next
Like,
one.
it doesn't impress.
Have you been to Carowinds yet? Carowinds,
I have not, but I do have a buddy that has a
99
State
miles
Farm
an hour.
agency. Like he can see the amusement park from his agency, so it will happen one day. But
Do it.
I've been to a lot of them, man. I'm telling you, it's I don't know. I mean, if this podcast thing doesn't work out, I think I'm going solo with the chest cam, and I'm just me and Crystal are just gonna go around when I retire, and I'm gonna ride roller coasters and do a YouTube channel.
Oh, my
It's not a
I
new
feel like-
obsession. I mean, it's
Dude. I
middle
feel like-
school,
yeah.
high
Now
school.
Blake knows. I used to
Forever.
drag him around and make him do it too.
Yeah,
I feel like
golly.
Brian is that guy that used to pull up YouTube videos on his TV and put Charlie or one of the kids in a laundry basket.
Hey, let's ride this thing.
Before YouTube,
Andy,
he used to set up Sims.
100%. I did that, dude. If I could show you on my, I was playing Roller Coaster Tycoon on this computer before we started the podcast.
I remember that game. Shoot.
I don't doubt that.
Loved
I
the
don't
Sims
doubt
back
that.
No, I 100% was building a wooden coaster before we got on here, and I was like, man, I bet it's past 9:30, and I closed it out, and it was 9:31, so I jumped
Oh,
on.
my God.
He's
Yeah.
upset that he has to do the podcast because it interrupts
I
his
was.
roller coaster tycoon.
Man, I was just completing it too. I was fixing to get to ride it for the first time, and I had to get out of it. It's crazy, dude. Hey, they have on that game. They have sandbox mode where it just gives you a blank slate with all. Like you
yeah.
can play the game where it gives you scenarios, but the version that I have, you can just go sandbox mode. Just starts from scratch. Dude. I have like an entire amusement park built. It is.
The more
It's
He could talk
incredible.
about roller coasters for 40 minutes.
Brian,
Y'all want to talk?
Who's
Y'all just
next?
want to talk
Who's
about roller
next?
coasters the whole time?
no,
God,
the more you talk, the more people we have unsubscribing. We got to move on.
Click, click, click.
I'm telling you, there are others out there. I'm telling you.
AJ, you got any hobbies that no one knows, that the common listener would not know that you have?
Dude, I think I used to, but as the older the kids get, their hobbies have become my hobbies, which include anywhere
good
from
answer.
band to baseball, softball, basketball, archery, golf,
What?
more baseball.
What?
I'm just take me outside and I'm game for whatever y'all want to do.
That's right.
See, Andy's not
I've been
being
following-
creative enough. Andy has taken on this new
Creative?
passion. He is the sound guy at Providence Baptist Church. Tell the people.
What is that? What is that?
You're
got
the
to do with
sound
the
guy.
hobby? I
Hey,
can't even
is he the
hear
one
you.
I need
What
to
are you
talk to
saying?
about your sound, like going in and out on your videos?
Matt, don't worry about our live stream. Don't worry
That's
about
that
it.
remix.
He got jokes now. He got jokes. Is that what's happening?
It ain't a
Bert
joke.
being-
You in the sound room.
Bert,
I'm talking
being
about
that
Matt,
you
you know,
are a PE coach hanging out with kids all day, please, you got to have some type of a hobby. You got to have a way to.
Oh, I have many. One being get on a boat by myself and go fish or go walk around the pond is away from everyone. Is number one hobby besides golf for sure. Luckily, I just have a pond and that I could go escape to for silence and peace.
There you
There
go.
ain't even no fish out there.
Well, you just didn't catch any. Wasn't my fault. Good. I think Matt's caught plenty.
Yeah,
But
I've caught
that's
fish
true.
on that lake. I got some
It
church
was a
members that live on
joke,
that
guys.
lake.
Y'all calm down, okay?
don't be telling my lake now. You
No,
don't call me
I
fishing
didn't say
pole.
the lake.
There we
It's
go.
private. It's
Hey,
private.
it's
private.
it is private, and I better
It's,
not see anybody out there.
it's private. It's
Um,
private. If you know people,
right. If you know people, I do take some photos every now and then. Little
He does
side
a great
gigs.
job too, by the way.
I try. I'm gonna start calling it good enough photography because it's good enough. Yeah, I know Jesse's like, no, it's not, but but for me, it's good enough.
It is good enough.
Hey Burke, are you one that holds the fish like right up to the camera and is like, look
Yeah.
how big my fish is? And
Believe me, I get roasted one too many times, so now I'm holding it back here in my face. So yeah, I know how to hold a fish. And it took 2 times for Thatcher to break my record at pan fishing. He caught his second one, and it was huge. I fished all my life, and I have caught a panfish as big as he did. So he's catching on. He's liking it. So that's a good
Brian's
thing.
still learning how to catch fish, so
buddy, I am an avid fisherman. You don't want it.
You don't even got no fishing pole.
I do have fishing
Okay.
poles.
An avid fisher. This
You
boy got
guys
a
have
fish
hobbies?
tank. He has a fish tank. He calls that fishing.
you guys have hobbies. Some of us do, some of us don't. I kind of agree with Blake though. I think golf has not necessarily become a hobby. It's really just become our personality.
Oh,
Kind of
it's
just
a
who
job.
just
It's a
really who we
job.
are. Yeah, and we still suck, so that's cool.
Not too
No,
bad.
Moving
we-
on.
Not too bad.
Oh, another
Moving
hobby is
Not too bad.
movies, and we'll get on that later.
We will. We will.
Cool.
Moving on. Speaking of Blake, we are going to roll into a new segment that we have. Blake has a segment. It's going to be called "What If." What if? So he's going to give us a what if question. We've never heard this question before, but Blake is going to throw out a what if question to us, and then we're going to pass it around, and then Blake is going to answer it for himself as well. So Blake, take it away, your what if question, and we'll start with Brian when we hear the question. But Blake, go ahead. What is your what if question for us?
All right, everybody, sports nuts. It's baseball season just kicking off for the MLB. What if the MLB extends to 32 teams? What two cities do you think they would extend to?
Cool. I like it.
Right.
That's a good one.
One American, one national. Who do you think?
Ooh, Brian.
And a little explanation on it.
Well, does Las Vegas doesn't count getting the A's, do they? Because that wouldn't necessarily be
yeah, they're kinda
expansion.
already-
That would be a move. Well, I'll say this. I read an article, funny enough, just a couple of days ago that Orlando is getting funding for a professional baseball team in Central Florida. I know you got the Rays right there, and you got
that's
the
close.
Miami Marlins down there, but Orlando is such a huge place. And, of course, baseball's huge down there. So I would say Orlando probably is on deck. I guess that would probably be National League. And then American League. Let's go
The Rays are in the
with
American League, so that,
you don't have.
it could be. It could
You
be.
got to
either
go
one.
Salt Lake. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, yeah, you don't have anything.
Salt
in
Lake City,
Utah.
Utah, baby.
Give me
It's a huge place.
I mean, all the big cities. have got 'em,
California's
so-
loaded up.
You probably have to go like middle somewhere.
Yeah.
Middle.
I would say
I'm
like
just
a
thinking.
team like, I mean, Texas is so big, like something in San Antonio area, because you got Houston, you got Dallas, San Antonio. So maybe I'm going to say Orlando, San Antonio.
Dang.
That's good. Yeah, that's good. It's gonna be hard to dial it down once you get to more of us. Burke, what would be your thoughts on?
Well, you got Nashville, huge predator. I mean, they are absorbing
about
on the
Nashville.
hockey,
That's-
man.
that's
Nashville
one
is
of
right
mine.
there.
Yeah.
I
that's
know
one of
it's Brave country right now, but I think easily they could be swayed
I agree.
if they came in hot with the baseball team there. But my other guess would be, like I said, Salt Lake. Is beautiful country. You just imagine a stadium right there in the mountains. Tell you
That
what,
would be nice.
that'd be great. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Nashville's a good one. AJ, baseball guy. What do you think?
One of my answers was Nashville. Also, I feel like there's a big gap between, that area of Atlanta and what's the next closest one going north?
St. Louis, Cincinnati.
Kind of,
West. Yeah.
kind
Cincinnati's
of like Cincinnati
Cincinnati's
area.
due
Yeah.
north, yeah.
I would say Nashville would be my number one, and of course anywhere in Florida. So like they have the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. I think Jacksonville could hold a major league team probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anywhere in Florida, really.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one. Matt, what about you?
Jeez, I don't know. I like
Not
the,
Alabama.
I like no.
Slocum. Slocum, Alabama.
No.
12
I-
I
I-
wish it was.
I like
there is
Nashville.
There is a big gap right there.
Yeah, I like Nashville. I was actually thinking something maybe more like Memphis, something like that. I don't know why. I guess I wasn't thinking Nashville, and so when y'all said Nashville, I was like, oh wait, that's actually a better one.
mean,
Instead of San Antonio,
Raleigh?
I was actually I was actually thinking like maybe El Paso, somewhere like that. Something that's a little bit smaller, but that could bring in
El
I say
Paso
smaller.
tacos.
That could bring in maybe some big stuff. So something kind of out of the box, out of the ordinary.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm saying, give me Panama City Beach and Rhode Island. Just give me two. Just give me two random
Hey,
places.
I just thought about one. What, like New Orleans?
I was just fixing to say that.
Yeah,
that's a
yeah.
good one.
that's what
Nashville
I
was
getting
mine,
at.
but if New Orleans
Stuck
had
out
a
there in the middle
team,
of nowhere too.
That's
with
what
What
I
would,
was
Saints
what do you
getting
think
at.
they'd be called? The New Orleans crawfish? Well, they probably have a crawfish farm team.
Jazz.
They
it would be something kind of like how Georgia does Falcons, all the kind of birds, stuff,
Creoles.
Yeah.
Something
Yeah,
that's
the
got
New
a
Orleans
long line with
Saints,
the
the New Orleans
That-
Saints, and the New Orleans
Saints.
Sinners.
Sinners.
that would probably be actually a good area because you got people in Alabama and Mississippi that they either have to go Atlanta Braves area or straight
Texas.
up
All the way
to
to
St. Louis
Texas.
Cardinals
Or
I
out
think
in
New-
Texas.
or Texas.
I think
Yeah.
New
Alabama's
Orleans
Kind of
and
a dead
Nashville.
zone right there.
You
Mississippi,
go
they'll never
New
get teams.
Orleans as American League, and then Nashville as National League. That'd be
I'm going to
There we
Biloxi
go.
this
We got
weekend. Give me the Biloxi Bombers.
Some money there, son. Yeah.
that'd be good. Well, cool. Yeah, that's a good question. I want to make you think there for sure. Speaking of sports related stuff, I want to get you guys' reaction. If you people that are watching and listening, if you're into sports like we are, we kind of dabble in all kinds of sports. But the NFL draft had just happened, and one of the big key stories and key moments in the draft was on Mel Kiper's big board. Had Shador Sanders as a top 3 pick. My man fell all the way to pick 144. I think that was like the 5th round.
Amazon.
Round 5.
Yeah, flex on him, Burke. Flex on him, Burke.
Amazon,
So,
$20.
what is y'all's reaction to Shador Sanders falling that far? Were you shocked? Were you not shocked?
Not shocked.
Was it a surprise to you at all, Matt? What if you're watching the draft, Matt? What was your thoughts on Shador?
Oh, I
going
watched the
as far as
majority
he
of
did?
it. I watched the majority of it, and truthfully, you hope number one doesn't surprise me. I think anybody who has a brain on their shoulders can tell it shouldn't surprise you. The arrogance that kind of comes from this kid, the idea of the sense of entitlement that oh, my dad's who he is, I should just get all of this stuff.
Yeah.
I think what I hope is that I hope that it humbled him. But unfortunately, and y'all have probably seen it too, immediately what gets turned is, oh, well, now you just got to show them, you got to change the story. You got to show them, man, get out of here. Go learn and go sit and do what you need to do. And if you get the chance to be better, then be better. That's fine. But go and learn. So I'm fine with it. I think there were plenty of quarterbacks who were better that went ahead of him as they should. Hey, sometimes it just be
5
that way,
of them.
That's right.
Yeah. Burke, are you like Shador? Was it perfect timing or?
Oh, it was perfect timing. Let's go back on what Matt said. I think you got to have the intangibles, and all of his intangibles are always on screen. You know what I'm saying? It's all talk, no show.
Yeah.
It's a problem when you have 7. What I noticed, you had 7, 8 different cameras on him at all times.
Yep.
Whether it was his little entourage or his streaming or whatever it may be, he was spitting out his logo and his tagline, trying to get his business or his company, legendary. He said that every time.
Legendary.
You know, I don't know. I think you got to have those intangibles, be humble. Nobody really wants one person to be above the team, and I think you just got another Caleb Bears with
Yeah.
Caleb.
Caleb Williams.
Caleb
There it
Williams.
is, Caleb Williams scenario
Yep.
there.
Well,
Yep.
yeah.
Cam Newton,
agree.
same thing, same
Right,
exact
yeah.
thing.
But the thing is, who is Shador going to learn from in the Browns locker room?
Joe
You got that
Flacco,
locker
baby.
room.
Bro,
Year
He ain't gonna listen to
40.
That is-
Flacco. Not 1 year.
Bro, that is the wildest quarterback room other than the
is.
New York Giants. That quarterback room is wild. You have a 40-year-old Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
You have Desmond Watson, which we don't need to get into his stuff.
Deshaun.
Deshaun
you
Watson.
have Dylan Gabriel, who they draft, or Deshaun Watson, and you have Dylan Gabriel, who they drafted in the 3rd round,
Yep.
and now you have Shador Sanders. Like, this is.
I mean, here's the he's not going to
wild.
stay at Cleveland. I mean, he's not going to stay
No.
there. But I mean, where's
No.
he going to go?
The quarterback room that I'm most excited to see is the New York Giants with Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston, and now Jackson Dart. That group right there, dude. Russell's gonna be trying to pray for him, and there's no telling what Jameis is gonna be doing. He'll be eating W's over there, pumping them up to throw 7 picks in a game. And Jackson Dart's gonna be like, "What is happening? What is going on?" But Blake, you are such a Shador fan. Did it shock
Yeah.
you when Shador fell to round 5?
We were texting all night about it. I'm like, he's next. He's next. I was telling Brian, I was like, he's coming up. Yeah, he's probably coming here. We'll talk 3 or 4 picks ahead of time saying he's going to the Giants. And then Jackson Dart would come up and we would just text each other, wow. Just wow. He lost like equivalent of like $37 million on his initial contract. But I was telling Brian, he makes so much more money than his rookie contract ever will. It's like, why
Oh.
even go?
Yeah,
Why
he would have made
even
more money
go?
if he would have stayed at Colorado.
Yeah.
The college said he had the highest, throwing percentage
whole-
or whatever. And
Yeah.
Retiring of his
it
jersey.
was all
and
it was all check downs and stuff. I mean, he was against ranked teams. He was 0-8, 0-8
Yep.
against ranked teams,
Yep.
He's the first
and he's a
quarterback
number
ever.
3 pick.
Hey, but
First
they
quarterback
did
ever to
retire
have
his
his
jersey.
jersey retired. Yeah, first quarterback ever to have his jersey retired and not go in the first round.
Well, I can buy a jersey and stick it up on the wall and say it's retired. It don't matter.
Did y'all hear?
Stupid.
There was one of the announcers. I can't remember which one it was. One of the announcers made the comment. It sure would look bad to have to go back and get that retired jersey and play again next year.
Hey, man.
It
He was talking about it.
kept
He
kept
can't go
going.
back, can he? Can he go back at all? I mean, I know
he'd
he's
have to
no
go to- he'd have to
player.
go
He was
somewhere
talking
else.
about that the other day.
Yeah.
I think once you
I saw a
declare,
post today that said because he was picked with the 144th pick, they were going to retire that pick so nobody could ever be picked 144th again.
144.
Dion's gonna have his way. AJ, do you have any opinion on Shador or?
I don't. I mean, what do you say at this point? I mean, this dude has been hyped up by his own family for how many years now?
Yeah.
A lot.
3 or 4?
Yeah.
A
3?
lot.
2
I
at
love-
Jack State and 2 at Colorado.
Here we are.
I
We
love
are.
the comedy that Shiloh Sanders, his younger brother, put on. He's
Oh,
like,
geez.
boy, it was like the
If
3rd
they
round.
doing
He
this
was
to
like,
you,
yeah, he's like, boy, if they ain't called you yet, I know they ain't calling me.
I don't know, man. I think it was all, I'm all for, a father standing out there and pumping up his kid and getting him, ready to go, ready to play. But I feel like Dion just pumped him up way too much. Like,
thing
he
is,
used his own
Dion-
name.
Dion made a comment saying that he would only allow him to go to certain teams.
Yeah.
Well, see, that was his
Cleveland is
number
one of those
problem,
teams
right?
you're allowing him to. Cleveland, that's where your
I
career
think
goes to
I think
die.
he-
No, at that point
I
it was,
think
man, we'll
Dion
take
had to back
anything.
up and punt.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take what we can get. Like,
And you see
right.
who grabbed the phone as soon as Shador got off? He's like, Dion took the phone from him
Yep.
to talk to the person he was talking to that just drafted him. I was like,
Man,
Dion,
I'm gonna be
you
out
can't
there,
even
man.
stay off the phone.
Yeah.
I feel like
Brian-
you got to stay out of it at that point.
Brian, do you think the Cleveland Browns are creating a less talented Johnny Manziel with this whole idea happening here?
No, because Johnny Manziel was actually talented. I think a lot has been said about it, but at the end of the day, NFL owners are in the business to do one thing, and that is win.
Yeah.
You can make it about anything that you want to make it about. You can talk about anything you want to talk about. At the end of the day, and what I think I recognize is Shador Sanders. Now, I say this, take it with a grain of salt. He hasn't done anything to warrant a number 3 pick, a first round pick, second round. I believe he was drafted probably right where he should have been drafted. Now, you have plenty of cases where lower round picks or undrafted free agents go on to have stellar NFL careers. But to
Tom
this
Brady.
point,
Mm-hmm.
the man has done nothing. Like you,
Yeah.
and well, I guess what gets me about Shador is like he had the opportunity to go to the combine and to perform and to put on a show, but he declined every opportunity to publicly show that I'm a top 3 pick or I'm
He
a top 1 or
He
2
went
quarterback.
just to show
well,
his
he thought.
face.
I think he thought that he had already done enough,
That,
and
well,
that was where he messed up.
and they're relying on that mouth instead of what's going on the
Yeah.
field. And the reality of it is, when you turn on the film and you watch him against good teams, he's not very good. And when you have a player like Travis Hunter that can bail you out, and he had Horn that bailed him out, like, I mean, man, I'm not tearing the guy down, but I'll tell you this, and this is a lot of his problem, and I think a lot of Deion's problem too. Shador is not as talented as Deion Sanders was. Deion Sanders was Travis Hunter, right?
Yeah.
He was Travis Hunter before Travis Hunter. Shador's not in that same realm. And I mean, you know, they get itchy and they want to start, you know, oh, he deserves to be a number 3 pick. And he's just, at the end of the day, what it boils down to me is Shador Sanders is not that talented yet.
Yeah.
Can he be?
Yeah.
Sure. If he goes and he's got all the resources in the world, if he goes and works and earns it, he can prove everybody wrong, just like anybody can. But man, top 3 pick, I think he was picked about the spot that he was deserving of. And that's not,
Yeah.
you know, when it comes, when you look at just straight talent. And I think he's got a lot. I think Shador has a lot of maturing to do. When you listen to him talk and you hear the interviews and kind of what Matt said, alluded to the
If
arrogance.
he shows up to the interview.
Well, I'm picturing him in an NFL huddle.
Yeah.
All right, you got grown men around you. These ain't kids that's looking up to you because you're making $4 million of NIL money. Everybody in that huddle's making money, right? And everybody in that huddle is the best football players in the world. How receptive are they going to be to his leadership and his style? And I think he's got a long way to go. I wish him
Well,
nothing but the best.
And I'll say this:
just don't see
I don't.
it.
I don't think he can. I don't think he can offer leadership. I mean,
Yeah.
in that
He plays the
particular
blame game.
He
That's right,
blames
too.
everybody.
That's right.
Yeah.
In
I
that
just don't know if
particular
he
thing,
has what it takes to command a huddle,
Yeah,
command
I
the
agree.
offense. Like it takes a certain type of leader to, like, you know, the quarterback position in football is the most important position on the team, and like you have to be able to have that sense of leadership to be able to command a huddle, to command an offense, to tell those grown men, like Brian was saying, to tell them what to do, and they respect you enough to go, yeah, that's my guy. I'm going to ride
And
with him.
hopefully block for you. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
And he was very, very protected in the Big 12. And I'm not going to be an SEC homer. I mean, I fully believe
Yes,
if he
you
had played in the SEC, it would have been even worse for him. But you could go to the ACC, you could go to the Big 10. He would not, as rough as it was in the Big 12, it would have been exceedingly more rough in the Big 3 conferences that are football powers. I mean, it ain't there. Not yet. It can be, but he hasn't
They
done anything to be a
His
top
arm
3
strength.
pick.
Hey, Brandon, Travis Hunter is about to prove you wrong about the quarterback being the most important position on the field.
I don't know what Jacksonville's going to. I don't know what Jacksonville's going to do with him. They've talked about he's everybody wants him to be a
He needs to be
corner
a wide
first,
receiver.
then a wide receiver. But
No.
Jacksonville is saying they're going to use him as a wide receiver first, then a corner.
He's
I don't know
more-
which
he-
way is the best way. I guess in Jacksonville's scheme and what they need the most, I think they're going to look at it and go, what do we need more than the other? I
But
think
he's
he
a
will play both
generational
sides of the
talent.
ball. Yeah, I think
he's
he's
He's a
going to
gonna,
play
quarterback.
both sides of the
He's
ball.
he's
generation.
not gonna
I mean,
he's not gonna play 125 snaps. I think what you're
No,
gonna
no, no,
see,
no,
he's
no.
gonna be a shutdown corner, and they're gonna have packages for him on offense. Where and a lot of what you're gonna see is him being a decoy, right? Because if the mindset becomes all right, when Travis comes on the field, we got to pay attention. Well, now you're opening things up. So as much as he's going to be a producer on offense, he's going to be a decoy. Now he's going to make some plays. But I think he's going to be on defense full time, locking down whoever the best
All I know
receiver is on both
is
sides.
see,
Until he
I
sits
I
over
don't
there
see
on that
that.
sideline and gets a little itchy, and then they're gonna have
Yeah,
to let
That's
him run.
right.
They're gonna
That's
The
have to
right.
thing
let him
is,
run.
don't you want to be avoiding the big hits? Well, why do you want to be tackling Derrick Henry for longevity? And he should be wide receiver.
y'all seen
one
that little
or
boy's
two
legs?
or whatever.
yeah.
Derrick
Time.
Henry,
That
Derrick
joker
Henry
like
ain't
that big,
nothing.
boy.
Skip leg
He's
day.
he's going to put on some size. I mean, you usually see that when they step over into the NFL. I mean, we lose sight of this too. College is filled with kids, man. I mean, I know they're
Yeah.
grown men, but I'm saying your body is not fully mature at 19, 20, 21 years old. When
That's a
Travis
different
Hunter's
game.
25, he's going to be an animal, and he's going to put on some
With
weight,
little
and he's going to put on
legs.
some size. And
Yeah.
I think you'll
But
be
do you think
fine.
by then he goes one way or the other?
I
I
mean,
know we're getting off topic here, but
they'll
It needs to
probably
be like
ride it
80,
as long
20.
as they can. Like, I mean, as long as they can use him both ways, they will. There may be a day where he just becomes a corner or he just becomes a receiver, but I think early on they're going to try to use him for what he is. And when he's on the field, dude, I remember watching that kid. The only time I ever got to see him play in person, he played for Collins Hill,
Collins
and
Hill. Yeah.
he played state championship. I can't remember who they played that year. They lost the game, but he was it's so cool going up there every year because it's the best high school teams in Georgia, and there's a lot of good high school football in Georgia. A lot of pro players come out of Georgia, but it's always interesting to me. Trevor Lawrence was like this. As many times as I've been up there, there's only a few people that I can say this about. Travis Hunter, even though his team lost, he was so far the best player on the team. It wasn't even
Yeah.
funny. And I may be wrong. They may have actually won that game. I can't remember.
He had
But
like 3 touchdowns that game.
they
Something
may have
crazy.
won because they had a quarterback. It was a D1 guy, a mid-tier D1. They may have actually won that state title. But he was so far out above anybody else. It was like it wasn't even fair. So he is. I mean, Travis Hunter is somebody that I mean stays healthy. He could be a Hall of Famer, 100%. Shador, not so much.
To me, the funniest part of the entire draft was watching Mel Kiper lose his mind every pick that went by that they didn't pick Shador. Because, like, and then he went on this rant saying, like, the NFL for years has been terrible at evaluating quarterbacks.
He was
What a
bashing
smack in the face
NFL.
that is to the NFL. And he's like, we have proof. And, like, and I know he would probably use things like Patrick Mahomes going late, Tom Brady going late, but there's also been just a same amount of guys that have gone late that have been great. You could look at the same amount of guys that have gone early and been terrible. Terrible. Like one of the first ones I think of is like Josh Rosen. You know, when he got picked like sixth or seventh, he was like, "Well, that 6 teams in front of me made the biggest mistake ever." And Josh Rosen was terrible.
He's selling insurance now.
Yeah, he's terrible. Yeah, that's what happens when you're a washed-up athlete. You just sell insurance.
What kind of person sells insurance?
Yeah, I know.
Golly.
Oh,
God,
Hey, Brian, I need to talk
Somebody-
about my
somebody's-
policy to you later.
Somebody's premium's about to go up a little bit, boy.
yeah. So it just Shador. I don't know. I'm not trying to, talk down to him, but yeah, good luck. That is going to be quite the
That's all you can
quarterback.
say.
run.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Only time will tell. Let me ask you guys this real quick. Do you think he makes it out of preseason and makes it onto the roster
He'll be QB3. I think so.
over Dylan Gabriel?
Yeah, I think it'll go down between them two. I think Dylan may get hurt. He's had some injuries in the past. Unlike Shador, I think he's QB3 coming out of training camp.
Okay.
I think because of Daddy,
starts for the Browns?
He's going to be 3.
Who starts for the Browns?
Is Deshaun Watson? He got hurt last year, right?
His Achilles, yeah, he's still out.
So if he's still got a long recovery, I mean, if he's still on IR, you're going to have Flacco, Gabriel, and Shador. Now, it's when Deshaun comes back
You got
is
Kenny Pickett now too.
yeah, you got 5 quarterbacks in that run.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
that's
it's going to
right.
be Joe Pickett
Yeah.
and Shador.
I don't
Dang.
know.
Dang.
I don't know. That's going to be
crazy.
interesting.
That's crazy.
But
It'll
I
be
mean,
a reality
they got
show no matter
they
what.
got some pieces there. They're going to end up moving somebody to try to pick up some other pieces. There's no way they're going to keep 5. But Shador he may get released. He might not make the team. He may get released, and I don't know.
Become a
We'll
rapper
see.
again.
You know the
Might be
guy
a
that
Bronny James
Sing me a
the
situation.
song.
kids that prank called him his private number for the draft. That was an Atlanta Falcons coach's son.
Mhm.
So not good for the
That's pretty
Georgia
rough.
boys. Yes, it's pretty crazy. I don't know what's
That
going to
was
happen to him. I mean, what can they get in trouble for that? I mean,
No,
what's
the Falcons released. I read that earlier. The Falcons released a statement saying they don't condone it, but the dad's not getting in trouble. Basically, he got it. He was at his
Off his
dad's
iPad.
house. He got it off his iPad, and then they made the prank call. He apologized. The kid made an apology, and apparently Shador took a call from him, and he apologized to him. And then Shador was like, "Look, man, it is what it is. It's childish, whatever. But that stuff don't affect me." So I think they all handled it pretty well, but there won't be nothing punishment wise like
The
for the
coach's
Falcons or
son.
anything.
Yeah, the coach's son isn't the one who made the call. It was his friend. I mean, he didn't think his friend would do it. You see in the video where the
Yeah.
coach's kid's like dumbfounded, like, I can't believe you just called him.
yeah. All right, cool. So we'll see what happens with Shador and what goes on with there. All right, next thing we're going to get into, this is something we've kind of been waiting for and gearing up for all day. We're going to do something a little different. Burke is going to lead us down a segment of his. We're going to do what's called the ForeBros Draft. ForeBros Draft.
talking about the draft.
Yeah, we're going to do, speaking of the draft, we're going to do different topics, and we're all going to go 3 rounds. We're going to do a draft here on whatever topic Burke has thrown at us tonight, and we're going to go through. None of us can repeat. It's going to be like a normal draft. We'll have a round. I think Brian's got a wheel that we're going to spin and see who is the number 1 pick in the 2025 ForeBros Draft, and we'll go and pick. And once we go through all 3 rounds, we got our team assembled. Burke will then
I'll
pick.
be your Mel Kiper for today.
Yeah, Burke will pick who he likes and who did the best. And so the topic for tonight is all-time sports movies. Your
All-time
best sports movies.
Yeah, that's one of my hobbies. Love watching movies.
Yep.
It'd be weird to see if, and Brian's already said, I may have one that you may not sing, but I'd love to hear what he has.
Yeah, and so as much as this is for Adam to grade us and who won the draft tonight when we're done, for those of you listening and watching, if you made it this far, leave a comment who you think won the draft for this segment of ForeBros Draft, and let us know.
Don't roast me too much. I have my own taste, So
yeah.
I'm a little
Adam's
weird.
got his,
if anybody
Adam's
ever
got his
knows.
own taste for sure, and but you may have your own taste. But I believe there are certainly some GOAT sports movies out there. So,
for sure.
Brian, why don't you spin the wheel? Do you want to spin the wheel for everybody and just go ahead and get the rotation going, or okay?
Yeah, I'm gonna spin it. I've got everybody's name here. I'm gonna spin it 5 times. This will be draft
I have my
order
notebook.
1 through
I have my
5.
notebook and my pen. I'm gonna write them down.
Yeah, I'm gonna write them down.
And we will, Bert, we'll snake draft. So it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll be done. Okay.
All right.
Number 1
right,
pick in the draft is, and y'all just gonna have to trust me. It would be Brandon.
Oh, okay.
Brandon is the number 1 pick. Number 2 pick in the draft is Brandon again. No. Okay, so another spin. Let's see.
1 and 2. He traded for the number 2 pick.
Number 2 is Brian. And then number 3 pick in the ForeBros Draft is AJ.
Charlie, I feel like I'm in
Right
elementary school
baby.
again.
Right in the middle, baby. That's what I like.
Hey, whoever gets last, though, you get
is
first
Matt,
pick.
and then Blake will round us off and bring us back.
Relevant.
Of course.
All right. So Brandon, Brian, AJ, Matt.
I need the
Blake.
music.
You don't.
The pick is in.
I'm on the clock.
Goodell.
I'm on the clock.
Brandon's on the clock with the number 1 pick. And what's our topic? All-time sports
movies.
Sports movies. We got to write people's down by the way.
Burke's writing them down. You got something to write
I got
on?
it.
Burke's-
I got it.
oh.
Oh yeah.
I was
I
about
got
to say
it.
I'm just
Okay.
deleting
Bird's
off
got
of
'em.
my list.
Me too.
The pick is in. The pick is in. With the first pick of the 2025 ForeBros Draft Sports Movie Edition,
Oh my god!
Team Brandon selects Remember the
I
Titans.
knew it. Golly, I
I
knew that was
mean-
going number one.
I mean,
I knew it.
That's up there.
It's up there. Remember the Titans. I feel like it's just
So
a
do I need
classic.
to talk about it now, or you talk about it?
I'll talk about my
Yeah.
pick.
Yeah.
I think this wouldn't have been my pick if I was picking second or third, but I felt like as a first round draft pick one, this
It was
is something
going.
you have to lock up early.
Solid.
It's a solid pick. It's not a surprise that it's at the top. There are still a lot of great picks out there that I hope
for sure.
people forget about. But I think when people think sports movies, especially as a young guy, want to get motivated for any sport. I think even our baseball coach put on Remember the Titans to get us motivated for a playoff game. And it wasn't even a baseball movie. So Remember the Titans, round one.
So many
pick
quotes from that movie.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I feel like I
100%.
think
that
I know
makes
where
a movie. How many?
I know where
quotes is it?
Brian's going. I think I believe it.
Yeah.
No, I don't
So
think
it's-
not
get
with
ready.
this one. Brian has evaluated a prospect here that y'all probably don't even have on your list. Period. And I'm
He is
hoping.
older.
I'm
He is older. He's
hoping.
probably
I'm
putting out
hoping that
something.
Burke has seen this. My
Is the
number
pick in?
one pick. So this is the second pick, but my first pick for Team Brian and the sports movie draft. White Man Can't Jump.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a
for
good
I
sure.
got that one down. I've actually got that one down.
good
Yeah.
Burke's never seen it. Look at his
Oh,
face.
I know I
Burke's
have.
He's
never
never.
seen
Have
it.
you
Writing
never
it
seen
down.
it?
No,
Have you never
I've
seen it?
Definitely.
Wesley
No,
Snipes?
Yes, I've seen it. Of course.
I was
So
fixing to
I played basketball with why can't I remember his name?
Dude, I'm telling you, that movie. When I see that it's on Hulu or whatever,
Zombieland.
your boy
Yeah.
gets
Watch
hooked
it every time.
every
I can't remember
time.
his name.
All right. AJ, you are on the clock, my friend.
And here we.
Oh, the pick is in. Matt, you're on the clock.
I'm gonna go
With the third pick.
Major League with the third pick.
Major League.
Oh,
Major
Major League.
I had that on my
a good one.
list. Had it on my list. Had that on my list. I'll
Yep.
have to cross that off.
I gotta find
Funny
it
enough,
again.
Brian, I did not have White Man Can't Jump on my list
I
at
did. It was
I
on
did.
my list, baby.
all. Did not
Me
even
too.
have it.
Did you
I
have
took it
it?
off.
Did you have it, Blake?
I did have it. Yeah.
I took mine off at the last second. I did have that too.
I listed you 1 through 10. Mine was
I'm gonna
actually-
wait
he
till
was
we get
sitting
through the
at 6.
draft. I'm gonna wait
So-
till we get to the final round, and I'm gonna say something to Brian. We were on the phone, and I was gonna guess his first pick out loud on the phone, but he's like, no. So, okay, Major League. That's a good one. That's a really good one. All right, Matt, is the pick in for the
Yep.
fourth pick? Okay.
I'm going with a baseball classic, of course, The Sandlot.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is
Great.
Yeah,
Matt,
that
I'm
made
just
the
going to tell
list.
you. I'm just
That-
going
that-
to tell you, Matt. That was a great pick. I'm
Thanks.
just
All
going to
right.
let you know that.
You're
Or-
tapping
feel
into
like
Adam's
I-
inner child.
I was at
I feel
30
like Bert
movies,
watches
and
that
now-
movie weekly.
and then we came back to
Maybe.
27. So I'm ready.
Burke's at Wiggum baseball practice going L7
You play ball like a girl.
I mean, that's another movie that's got a lot of famous lines.
What'd you just say?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So that's a
Wow.
good one, Sandlot.
That's a good one.
Blake gets back-to-back picks here, so this could get dangerous.
Oh yeah. Should I go golf or golf football? Or golf baseball?
Badminton. Do
all right.
badminton.
My number one. I'm gonna go with Happy Gilmore, man. That's just-
I knew it.
I
I knew that one
always-
was coming.
I'll watch it. I'm like Brian on White Man Can't Jump. I'll watch it any day,
Happy Gilmore.
all day. And
Happy
then
Gilmore
number two's
2's
coming out
right around the
in
corner.
a
It's
month
right
or
around the
whatever.
corner.
So
Go to your home.
they're my.
Go to your home.
That's my number one pick.
I get too. I criticize that movie too much. Like, oh, that never happened. You can't hit the ball that far. Like, come on.
Hole in one and a par four.
I am so excited for the second movie to come out this summer because of all the pro golfers that are in it. I think it's going to be great.
It's gonna
You
be
hope
funny.
so. Yeah.
It's gonna be funny.
My
I don't-
expectations aren't all up there, but I'm gonna go see it anyway. So
All right, Blake, you start us off round two.
Okay. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Rudy as my second pick.
Dang it, man! Dang
I knew that one was
Rudy,
really
Man.
too.
you know, Notre Dame. You hear
Oh,
a lot
what a
of
good
different
movie.
stuff.
Yes.
You know, Joe Montana said that it wasn't like that with Rudy, but it's a very motivational, good movie. It is. So
Man,
yeah,
it
Rudy's
is.
my number 2.
The 2 times I've ever ran in my life for exercise purposes, I put on the Rudy warm up song and just gets you going.
All right.
Man, seeing that little joker running down there in that kickoff, man, you ain't never felt
You got
pride
it
like
right.
that.
I know.
Waving his
Bro,
arms.
he
in
was
the air.
offside. He was
I
offside.
knew
in that
Andy was
movie
gonna say that.
anyway. He was
I
offside.
still got some solid ones on my list, so I'm happy.
Vince Vaughn, sleeper actor in that movie. Didn't know it was
Yeah,
his first.
didn't
first
even look
acting
like
gig.
himself.
All right.
Yeah.
Matt, round 2, pick 7 in the draft.
Golly.
What do you
I think
got?
after this we need to do honorable mentions.
Okay, all right.
Let's go old movie hockey, The Mighty Ducks original.
Oh,
Original
Man, that's a good
Mighty
one.
Ducks.
dude.
Let's
D1,
go.
I had that
baby.
on my list.
But it has to be
D1.
the
Matt
original.
making it difficult. No.
Quack.
I'm
Quack.
telling you,
Quack.
boys.
Quack.
Quack,
Quack.
quack,
Quack.
I was ready. Let's go. Let's
Flying
go.
V.
I mean,
The
Matt
flying
did
V.
grow up with me, and we probably watched that movie
No telling how many
together.
times.
So
Dang. He does Sandlot and Mighty Ducks. That's a solid team so
That's
far.
a
Man, that
yeah.
is,
Solid
and he
team.
is tickling Bert with those two. I'm telling
Yes, he is. And that's the
Oh.
thing. So let me just pause for station identification here. Yes, we are. Burke is grading these, but also you to the listener. At the end of the day, we don't give a crap what Burke thinks. Okay, it's the
Yeah.
listeners.
They
If
never-
you like another
they
list,
never
you
do.
let us know.
My
But,
ideas don't matter.
That
Yeah.
sounds like the cry of defeat already. Let's go. Y'all want me to give y'all my
No,
third pick?
remember Remember, the Titans is a solid pick. It's
Solid.
Dude, it
Oh,
was
I
going to
AJ.
be number one
One.
anyway.
Man, all
Definitely
I
number
have in
one.
my head right now is Charlie coming around that net with that flying V, boy.
Yeah, boy. There's something about it. dude.
That
All right.
triple D.
AJ, you got
Goldberg,
Major League.
come on.
What's your pick for round 2?
Dude, I got a hard choice right here to make. I'm torn between 2, and I know one of you clams are going to pick one or the other, so I might as well just go for one. I'm going to no, Blake picked the golf movie already. I'm going to take Tin Cup.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's my
That's a
2A.
good one.
That was my 2A. Yep.
Tin Cup? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Correct.
Never seen it.
Tin Cup.
You've never seen Tin Cup and you call
Never
yourself a
seen it.
golfer?
I've seen it. Yes.
All right.
There
He's
is
out-
a
he's out of the
GOAT
group.
golf movie. I'm not going to. Never mind. I'm not even going to say it.
He's out
All
of
right.
the group.
See, y'all make fun of me because I hit multiple shots, and while I'm playing, if I hit a bad shot, give me another. Give me another. That's where I get it from.
You hit a 12.
He sure did.
All right, Brian. White man can't jump. What's your round 2 pick? This is fun.
By the way, his name was Woody Harrelson, and it popped in my brain. But he came to VSU to film Zombieland. He showed up at Valdosta State's campus rec and played basketball. So, yeah, interesting story. Go ahead.
Wow. All right, so the second round pick for Team Brian is going to be one of my all-time favorites, the entire series, but I had to pick one.
Oh, I know.
Rocky 4.
I knew it. Golly.
Oh, yeah.
Rocky
baby.
4.
Okay.
If he
Okay.
dies,
I'm telling y'all,
dies.
when Adrian shows up in Russia and tells him to win, and my man
that
just
right.
goes nuts up there in that attic trying to lifting them wooden beams, but it's over.
There's something about it.
He done took Apollo
But-
Creed's life, and my man just coming out with a vengeance.
I thought you were
Dang,
going to
these
do a dumb old movie from
Dude,
the
this
80s.
is good. This is good. Y'all gonna
Rocky
make it hard,
IV.
man.
If he
Oh,
dies,
Rocky.
he dies.
What is? Because if you
He
say
dies, he
Rocky,
dies.
you lock up the whole series.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
You,
So
you
I-
Has to
you
be.
But
lock
Rocky
it up.
4
So I
is
put
I mean, you
Rocky-
got
I put Rocky
my
and then
favorite,
all
bro.
in
You picked my
parentheses.
favorite.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. You get all of them. You get all of them.
You
All
get
right.
all of them together.
Yeah.
It's a
Rocky 4 is all that matters.
But one of
So
the joys
I
of
like
having
that.
the first pick in the draft is now I get to do round 2 and 3 back to back, which is great. Which is great for me. So, with the last pick in the second round, this is probably one of my favorite movies of all time. How funny it is! It's sports. It was a classic. I'm gonna go League of Their Own.
Yep.
League of Their Own.
Did not see that coming from you.
Tom Hanks. It's a good movie.
I
It's a
did.
good.
I mean,
Long
Brandon, he picked my favorite actor is Tom Hanks, so it could have a chance. So.
Yeah, League of Their Own. Great movie. I just think that's a solid. I could have gone round 3 with that, but I had both picks.
You're
So.
gonna lose.
Not bad.
You're gonna lose.
So who's your full team there?
So I got Remember the Titans and League of Their Own, and then to do round 3, I'm kind of torn here because if I want to do a baseball movie again, or if I'm sticking with golf, I guess the question is, do I want to appeal to Adam and win, or do I just want to go with what I believe is like truly like GOAT movies?
Yeah.
I could appreciate good movies.
Yeah, a lot of good movies have been called.
Yeah,
but I think I'm gonna finish.
Y'all are making it super hard.
I think I'm gonna finish. So with the first pick in the 3rd round of the 2025 ForeBros Draft Sports Movies Edition, I'm gonna go with another baseball movie and go Field of Dreams.
Yep, I knew that was coming.
Field of Dreams.
I knew it was coming.
Yeah, I knew somebody was going to say it. But.
That's strong.
And if the other one doesn't get picked, the other 2 that I have, those got to be some insane honorable mentions. But all right,
Yeah,
Brian.
we need to have honorable mentions.
All right, so I have went classic basketball movie. I've went boxing, probably the most classic series ever.
GOAT boxing movie.
And I'll say this: Remember the Titans was my number 1 football movie, but I'm going football movie. A very close. Friday Night Lights would be high. Give me for my last pick, Varsity Blues.
Yep, I got that one too.
Give me Mox. Give me
I don't
Mox.
care about your life.
Come on, Bert.
That's the first movie I'd probably skip there. Sorry, bro. I don't know.
Wah, wah.
AJ, you got Major League Tin Cup. Where do you rest
That
on?
that throws me into a loop.
Oh, sorry. I just gave a little clue. Uh-oh. My fault.
Technically, Brian's. Now, this is not my pick, but Brian's Rocky kind of carries all the way up into Creed too, doesn't it?
Yep.
So we're into the Creed movies now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't waste
I
your
mean,
pick
I
on
wasn't
Creed.
claiming all of them. I was just claiming the one.
Bert said, don't waste your pick. Don't waste your pick.
Yeah, 5 and 6 is awful anyway.
Don't pick a Shador Sanders type movie here, okay? Just
No. No, I was just saying that ain't got nothing to do with my pick. The 2 that
Unless
I'm
it's the
looking
band.
down
Now,
here
if it's the band, now hold up. Like, can you take? Oh, sorry. That's gonna get in there.
all right, AJ.
Man, I can't decide because I don't know if he's seen these 2, and they're kind of older movies. So I'm gonna go with.
I have seen every movie we've talked about so far. So far, so good.
I'm gonna go down the road with Denzel right here and say He Got Game.
Oh, golly. That is an old movie.
Have you seen that, Bert? Bert hadn't seen that one. That's not good.
Sorry, dude. That's you
I've
jinxed it.
I've seen it.
But a
in my
listener
Jinx it.
could have seen it. Like
Okay.
someone may
One
be
word.
Let me put it
listening.
in there.
Denzel.
Somebody could be listening
Denzel.
and hear AJ's team and go,
I got homework.
that's
now.
the best one. He's like,
You
Major
don't
League
know
Tin
Jesus
Cup.
Shuttlesworth? You've never seen Jesus Shuttlesworth play basketball?
Sorry, man.
Bro,
Let me just say, unless Matt or Blake finishes off here remarkably, we have left out some amazing sports movies.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm making a list. I'm making a list myself over here.
All right.
As a,
Nick.
Jeez.
All right, we
Who's
got
up?
Matt.
knew it
Matt,
was
round us
gonna
up.
say
Matt's got a solid one going. The Sandlot and the Mighty Ducks. That was in my top 5. So that was great.
So-
He's looking through all his VHS tapes over there.
He's googling them right now.
Yeah. I'm having a hard one. Do I go football? Do I go of course baseball again? Do I do just some weird out of left field?
we only have one golf movie.
No one's done an animated movie either, by the way.
Okay, let's do this.
We're not
Let's
talking about Space Jam. We're not talking about Space Jam. Sorry.
just because golly, I'm going to go kind of in that same old school baseball movie. I'm going to stick with baseball because I do have honorable mentions. I'm going to go Angels in the Outfield.
Oh, okay, that's a good one.
Matt
That's a good
is
movie.
called just bringing them up.
Matt is a Disney guy.
I would have gone to an. Never mind. I don't want to jinx it. I
Well,
would have
these
gone the
Deville
other side
boys,
of
these
that.
Deville boys got that
Yeah.
connection. They probably
Yes.
watched these movies together.
They probably
They
did.
I'm
They
telling
probably
you,
did.
we did. I'm telling you.
Boy, all them sleepovers back in the day.
I remember.
boy.
So we had a driveway, and we
Spoonie?
did some V formations. I know for a fact we threw out some V formations there, some flying V's.
Sandlot, Mighty Ducks, Angels in the Outfield. That's a solid one. All right, Blake.
Sounds
round
like a
us off.
Saturday afternoon for a 6-year-old in 1995.
Yeah. I would have went Rookie of the Year instead.
The Rookie's a good one too.
The Rookie of the Year.
I
Blake's
have
got a
the
pick.
Rookie. Sorry, Blake. Yeah, Blake.
Blake's like, oh, well,
Happy
Okay.
Happy Gilmore, Rudy. Finish your
Yeah,
team. You got a strong team.
I've been
too,
going
Blake.
back and forth about my last pick. We got to have honorable mentions, but I
Oh, we
think
will.
you want to talk about one of the most inspiring movies
Uh-oh.
I think ever made is, and we really don't think about it down here, is Miracle. If you watch
Oh,
that,
dude.
about
Miracle on
Russians,
Ice,
That
baby.
was that was on my list.
dude,
So-
Miracle. I'm 41 years old. I'll cry every time
Mm-hmm.
whenever
Miracle on Ice, baby.
I was
guys
explaining
came
that
down.
movie.
Do
I was
you
explaining that
believe in
movie to
miracles?
Aaron
Kurt
right
Russell?
before I got on the stream here.
So
That's a good
can we
movie.
now? I can say
I
it now because
love
it didn't
it.
get picked. I thought for sure that Brian or Andy was going to hit me with the Jamaican bobsled.
Oh,
team.
dude.
Oh, it's on
It's,
here,
number,
baby.
it's number one on my list.
Cool
boys.
Runnings.
I
Cool
will-
runnings.
I thought that.
Dude,
Cool
I thought
runnings,
there-
baby.
I don't want to show
I thought
you.
you were
I
gonna
don't
hit
want
me
to show
with
you
it.
the rest, but I had it.
Sanka, you
Cool
dead
Runnings.
man?
Man.
I thought it was.
See,
coming.
I wasn't sure if Burke had seen it or not. It is one of my favorites.
I
Yeah.
thought for sure that
Sanka,
one was coming.
You dead? It's my favorite.
No, he's like, no, man, I'm not
No,
dead.
man, not dead.
The one that I had for honorable mention that I thought that I was torn between when I did Field of Dreams was I was going to go Caddyshack.
Yeah,
That Caddyshack's
I had that as my 2A.
There you go. And so, I mean,
I have a lot of
you have to
honorable
watch
mentions.
it. Cult classic, but is it a good movie? Really? I mean,
Bert,
have a
what do
lot
you
of
think?
honorable-
What
Let's go.
go? Let
Brian,
let
honorable
him go
mention?
ahead and grade the draft. I mean, I had like,
We'll do
and
some honorable
some
mentions while
some of
Brooks
these
looking.
are like just some of my favorite. Gridiron Gang. Have y'all seen that with
a good one.
with the Rock
Rock.
and
Yep.
dude? I struggled with not picking this one. If we had went deeper in the draft, I probably would have picked it anyway. The Longest Yard.
Yes,
That,
Yeah.
that movie's
the new one or the
incredible.
old one?
it's a funny movie.
The
Both of them. I think both of them's good.
The old
And-
one is legit. The new one's funny. I mean,
one that shocks me that it didn't get
All that
picked.
popcorn.
Moneyball. Moneyball is one of my
Moneyball's
favorites.
good.
Yeah.
I mean, you have so many realms of like legit good movies, Oscar worthy, but then you also have like the cult classics that
AJ,
don't
what
make
you got?
sense. They're never going to win an award, but you have to watch them.
For a sleeper
So-
pick,
Yeah, honorable
I'll
mention.
give you a two real fast lap. Yeah. Radio.
Yep.
Mm.
Radio.
And I bet some of you probably never seen this one. Keanu Reeves, Hardball.
Hardball.
Yes,
Ooh.
we've seen
Oh,
Hardball.
He
yes.
combos.
Yes,
come
we've
by-
seen Hardball.
That's a good one.
Maddie,
What's
what's your
that?
honorables?
Oh, geez. Okay, so
so
I'll go through them quick because I have several of them. So sticking to like the older school, I thought about sticking in that same little lane of the Little Giants.
Oh,
This
That
man
was-
loves Disney.
That was a good
dude.
little. But here we go. Okay, so
Icebox
like I said,
will crush you.
Icebox.
Spike don't play with girls.
The
So
annexation of Puerto Rico.
all right, so quick. So I had Little Giants, something that's they're still newer, but I think they're still worthy. Invincible, story about Vince Pampali.
Vince
We Are
Papali?
Marshall.
I'm waiting for Matt to say Air Bud.
And that's a Disney movie too.
No, I'm talking
Invincible.
about
I
What's a
totally
Disney
forgot
movie,
about
too?
Air Bud.
Air Bud, dude. Air Bud, man.
So, but then you got some of the newer
No,
ones.
Matt is High School Musical. That's Matt.
Dang, I
They play
gotta pick
basketball
that
in
one
that
out too. So I think Invincible, We Are Marshall. Go back basketball, Hoosiers. Come to some of the newer
I was
stuff.
for sure somebody was going to say Hoosiers, but nobody.
Some of the newer stuff. The
Dude,
Waterboy,
basketball. Oh,
Bench
Waterboy.
warmers.
This man.
Waterboy.
Oh,
Bench
boy, we got
warmers.
some good ones.
I am shocked. I am shocked that Blake did not pick basketball.
Dude,
I love that
that
movie,
was
dude.
that was
Oh
a
yeah.
You just
Love
lost
that
your
movie.
membership at Video Spot. Dang it.
dang it.
I thought for sure he was going to pick basketball.
No,
What I got
outside bad, sun's scary. It wants to hurt me. Safe room.
basketball. I had Glory Road. You know, you seen
Glory
that one about
Road,
the
yep.
1966 El
Bro,
Paso,
bench warmers.
Texas?
I didn't.
That's good.
Literally, dude, Adam, your personality and who you are, you could have started bench warmers, my boy.
I mean, I'm ready. Yeah, let's do it.
I had
Put a movie.
also had Blue
Put a
Chips
camera
was high on my
Blue
list,
Chips.
and
Blue
I'll tell you
Chips.
this one right here, I felt
You're
like I would
still out. You're
anybody.
still fat.
when I watched this is Bloodsport. Man, you watch Bloodsport with Van Damme?
Bloodsport.
Son,
Bloodsport.
Boy,
Bloodsport.
wait, does that mean Karate Kid qualifies?
It sure
Karate
does.
Kid, yeah, Karate
Oh,
Kid.
man.
Sport, son.
Karate's a sport.
Kickboxer?
Don't chop at it. It's not a sword. You're not a
Kickboxer
sword.
Jean-Claude Van Damme when he tears up that dude
Oh.
Tong Po?
Yep.
Boy. When he's on the mat and can't see in Bloodsport.
My boy said, "Oh."
These are all some great movies. We're gonna have to go back and watch this.
So what are we doing? Is he just grading everybody? Like,
Well,
going
he's
down the
got
list?
to kind of
ABCD,
give
right?
us. He's got to give us
ABCD.
his. Like, you kind of give us like your top three.
Okay, let me talk about
Oh, yeah.
my top three real quick. Okay,
All right.
I mean, I think Brandon
Greatest
hit
game ever
the nail on the
played.
head. Number one. Okay, remember the Titans. It makes you laugh, makes you cry.
How you
I
feel?
mean, tell me about it. It makes you feel good.
Feel good.
Hey, can't you see that's my brother? And can't you see the relation? I mean, come on.
Don't come in
And then
here.
one
Who's
that
your daddy,
y'all may
Gary?
not have seen, and everybody knows. I think golf is spiritual to me, and
Greatest
Legends
game
of
ever
Bagger
played.
Vance
Legends Bagger Vance.
is number two on my list.
I thought it was gonna be greatest game ever
It's-
played.
No, I'm a Legend of Bagger Vance kind of guy. Nothing against Shia LaBeouf, but Will Smith got it going on. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's just you and a pen, just your own true swing. You know what I'm
Kind of laid
saying?
that
So-
character on pretty thick, though. You know,
They do. I mean, Sandlot. I mean, it is up there. I mean, I've already Thatcher loves Sandlot now, so now I'm passing the torch to one of my favorite movies. I actually tell the kids that I'm a child actor, and you ever seen Sandlot? They're like, yeah. I was like, well, I was Smalls, and they totally believe it, like, because I could spit out every line
Oh,
that
100%.
Smalls says. So they're like,
God.
dude,
You want a
that
s'more?
was you. Yeah.
S'more what?
So I
S'more
sort of
what?
resemble him. So Rudy, as far as soundtrack, like I said, and just the, I mean, Sean Astin, one of the greatest actors. You know, it's a good job. Yeah. Cool Runnings was on my list. One that y'all didn't say was Cinderella Man. Cinderella
yeah.
Man was one of my favorites. Talking about the underdog story. So those are my top.
Okay.
So those
Dodgeball,
are my
an underdog story.
Dodgeball is a true underdog story.
A true underdog story.
True underdog story. And plus, we don't play dodgeball in PE, of course. But
You can't even say that word.
Yeah, we don't say that word in my PE, my gym class. So, but yes, we love
Nacho
some
Libre is
dodgeball.
an underdog
Nobody makes me
story.
bleed my own blood.
Bunch of losers.
All right,
So-
so start with Brandon since he was first. So Brandon, give him your
No,
three.
I'm just saying
What?
Brandon had hit the nail on the head as far as my favorite movie. I didn't say he has the top
No,
list.
just give him
Give
a
him a
grade.
Grade,
Just give
right?
him a grade.
My three were Remember the Titans, League
All right,
of Their
yes, I
Own,
got
and
it. I got
Field
it.
of Dreams.
I'm sorry you could hate me, but Field of Dreams totally overrated. Doesn't make sense. But yeah, so I'm just that guy. Just coming out of cornfield. Hey, it's a cult classic. I appreciate it, but yeah. Sorry, son. That's all I'm going to say about that. Yankees, nobody likes them, so get them out of here.
Oh my God.
Andy, you go Major
What was
League
his
10
grade?
Cup.
Give him a grade. You give him a
Yeah,
grade?
what was my grade?
Okay.
D minus.
A, B, C, D.
No, League of Their
Yeah.
Own is up there. I love some League of Their Own, so that helped him out a lot to remember time. So I'm gonna give him an A minus. You know, the
Okay.
Field of Dreams hurt him a little bit, but he's got his other two. His
You're
other
going to
two
get
carried him.
ripped in the comments.
Yes,
Ripped.
I'm okay with
Yeah.
that. I'm okay with it. You can't hurt my
Oh,
feelings.
yeah.
I'm a PE teacher. Kids can be telling me I'm ugly and stuff every day, so come on. Andy, Major League 10 Cup. He got game. Never saw he got game. So that hurts you. I'm going to have to do some homework on that. But Major League, it's good. It's good. Not the greatest baseball movie. I'm thinking, and Matt, he sort of picked my early '90s. Any kind of early '90s is up there on
You
my
got to give
list.
AJ a grade.
You got to give him a grade.
I know, I'm getting there, people. B plus, Andy. Sorry, dude. Sorry, 10 Cup top. If you're gonna give me a list, 10 Cup's my favorite on his list. You know,
Go watch He Got Game and then get back to me.
okay, I sure will.
It's on
Matt,
Hulu.
let's
That's
go
early
on
Denzel.
Matt's. I
Early
think
Denzel.
Matt already knows Sandlot, Mighty Ducks, Angel of the Outfield. Angel of the Outfield being the lowest on the list, but Sandlot being the top. Mighty Ducks is right up there. Coach Bombay, I strive to be him every day. I mean, come on. A++, Matty J. I think he like I said, I think we watched 3 of those movies together growing up.
See,
So
that's a
Adam
technicality.
Banks. I was Adam Banks, so so when I was playing my field hockey and stuff in the garage. So there we go.
He's a big kid.
I was a big kid. I still am. So I'll go back and watch it right now. Who don't live up? Blake, Happy Gilmore. It's up there. Like you said, I'm excited about Happy Gilmore 2. I think it's going to be more of a gimmick and not very a good movie. You're going to put those guys, they can't even do TGL right. You know what I'm saying? They're so awkward on camera. So
It's probably going to be really corny, but I'm going to watch it.
it's going to be really corny. But I think Ben Stiller is back on the crew. So, and Shooter McGavin. So that's going to work out for them great. Miracle Rudy. So I like what Blake did. He went with cinematography magic. That's a big word there, but I'm all into that behind the
Maybe
scenes.
we picked the wrong judge for this.
No, we didn't. I'm all about the story. It's got to be a good story.
Right.
So let's go A minus.
Oh, okay.
A minus. Middle of the pack. 95. Middle of the pack.
Only
I
one
mean, Blake,
in my
you did a
life,
good job.
So.
There you go. You ever have one of those for Blake?
Nope, never.
Okay.
C's, get your degrees.
Then
There
was
you
Brian.
go. And Brian. I mean, Rocky IV is one of my all-time favorite movies, but the other 2, not so much. Sorry, Brian. I think you age gapped me a little bit. It
can happen. It can happen.
Sorry, different towns, different, But yeah, y'all all did a fantastic job, and I think we could have made a list with top 20s.
I need to know Brian's grade.
Talk about it over there. I'm gonna go B minus. Sorry.
My man came in dead last with a
That's
B
tough,
minus.
bro. That's tough.
I knew he was gonna roast me
It's a
too.
tough scene.
Hey,
Tough scene.
I think he thought way too much about it. I think
The
Sorry,
next Brian is bothered is 100% going to be about Adam.
There we go. I'm okay with that. Make it about.
I'm bothered by Adam's
I'm not
taste in
used-
sports movies.
So we have, I got
sorry.
an A minus. Blake got an A minus. Matt with an A plus
plus.
A plus.
AJ with a B plus, and your boy PG with a B minus. With
It's
White
still
Man
passing.
Can't
Hey,
Jump.
hey, some of them old heads going to get in the comment because I'm telling you, White Man Can't Jump in Rocky IV.
It's
That's
I love
like,
that movie.
that's
I'm okay
up
with that.
there. And
My
Varsity
baseball
Blues.
It was good.
I'm telling you, my baseball people who watch the show, they are going to eat Adam alive with Field of Dreams. How dare you?
Sorry. I'm sorry.
How dare you?
It's okay.
Hey, I'm actually,
Everybody's got their life.
I
Everybody's
actually
got their
agree
taste.
with, y'all know I'm a baseball guy. I agree. Field of Dreams just don't do it for me.
It doesn't do it.
That was
agree.
like the first classic though for baseball. Like,
Man, I could think of, I got a lot of baseball movies above
The
that. I mean, we
Rookie,
talking
Rookie of the
Year, The Rookie,
Bull
Angels in
Durham.
Outfield, Little
Bull
Big
Durham.
League.
Bull Durham?
Little big.
Hey,
Little
I'm
Big League.
surprised. I'm surprised with 3 pastors on here that no one said for football facing the Giants.
I had it on my list. I had it on
Facing
my
the
list.
Giants,
It
the
was
blind
12.
side.
Yep.
Blindside.
Blindside.
Blindside was good.
Yeah.
Y'all
Hey, I'm
are
gonna tell you
getting
something.
the
That
best
scene on
baseball.
Facing the Giants where my man Bear crawls the entire field. That is I watch like during softball season when we're gearing up for church league games. Like I watch that at my office on game day.
Yeah. I know
Like, it's-
Christopher Heap is not watching this, but I know both those guys. My dad went to college with that guy's dad. They were roommates at Southwestern.
I
And
know
I
it
went to
hurts.
college with Chris Heap, the guy that was carried. So there you go, small world.
Wow.
Brian's in his office there, and he's got the door
Oh.
shut, but all you hear is 10 more yards,
Yeah.
10 more.
You're
5
almost
more."
there. You can do it. You're almost there. Don't you quit. Don't quit.
Brian's in his truck, and you can just hear him saying, "Look up, Brian. You're
Yeah.
in the end zone."
You're at the end zone.
Oh, that
a
was
good one.
fun.
He said,
That was fun.
he said, you just carried 140-pound person 100
Coach.
yards. He goes, Coach,
Coach,
I'm 160.
I weigh 160.
I weigh 160.
Oh, that was good. That was good.
I'm
ForeBros
sorry I
draft.
disappointed. I'm sorry I
No,
disappointed.
no,
but
it was
hey,
great. A minus.
were-
That's
that was
A-
awesome.
Was good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I enjoyed
Fore-
that. It was fun. A lot of
ForeBros
pressure,
draft.
but I'll take it.
ForeBros draft. That was a complete success. Again, let us know in the comments what you think, who you think had the best team, and who you think won the first ever ForeBros draft here.
Good
on
job,
ForeBros
Matt.
Podcast.
We already know who won.
Final, yeah.
Matty
Whatever.
J.
Anyways, final thing that we want to get into real quick is we told you guys this before we went live here, but asked you to pick a quote that you like from the week, and we will go just kind of go around and see what everybody's quote is. This could be a quote from your lifetime or something you heard from someone, a teacher, a coach, whoever. You could just read the quote, cite the author. It can be serious, be funny, be encouraging, whatever. Anyways, so we'll start with the ForeBros draft commissioner. There, Mr. Burke. Do you have a quote
You're gonna
for
start
us?
with me? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you remember MySpace? Y'all remember that show? Yeah. I don't know if Brian had one of those, but my little motto on there was "Life is tough, even tougher if you're stupid" by John Wayne. No, so yeah, that was on my
That's a good one.
MySpace there, but so that was a good one. No, but for real, one I live daily. Pastors, best friends. So they talk about choose joy, and that's what I try to do every day is choose joy. I think it's more than just a word; it's an emotion. There's a difference between happiness and joy. Happiness is temporary, but joy is forever. So no matter how bad it gets, you have control of your emotions. You know what I'm saying? So tomorrow's another day. That's what I'm saying. So I try to, I don't want to get too deep or philosophical, but
Come on.
choose joy is just it's the way to go, man.
The first
That's
one
what I
is
try to
hilarious.
live by.
Life
Yeah,
is
you're
tough.
welcome.
It's even
That's
tougher
good.
when you're stupid. That's almost
John
one you
Wayne.
could share from the pulpit. That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Blake, you got a quote, man? A good
Yeah,
one?
I got one. I was talking to my dad a lot today, and it's reminded me us just kind of riding around and listening to the radio. And we used to love Paul Harvey, man. I mean, you talk to him or listen to him just for hours on hours everywhere you go. And one of the things that he used to say, and of course I'm going to keep it golf related, is golf is a game in which you yell 4, shoot 6, and write down 5.
Amen.
That's true. That's good. That's good. That's good. Brian, I know you're just a bag full of quotes. You
Here
got
we
any?
go. Can't wait to
No,
hear
I'm
this.
not a big quote guy. I just picked something that I try to live by. I mean,
He
it's
picks his own quote. You see that shot I hit at the bushes?
yeah.
boy?
You see that shot I hit out of the bushes, boy? No, this one person that means a lot to me. But it's a really simple quote. If you ain't first, you're last. Ricky Bobby.
That's a good one. Another sports movie.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Nobody said it.
I had that written down though. Yeah.
Wow.
What I do
I'm
with my
on
hands?
fire. Help me, Oprah Winfrey. Help me,
Tom
Tom Cruise. It's good. AJ, you got a sports quote? Got
Can
anything to
drive
share
with a cheetah
with
or
the
something.
with the kids that you coach baseball for? You got anything that you give them for encouragement?
Lakers in 5, baby.
God.
Lakers in 5.
No, just kidding. Just kidding. No, I kind of go with Kobe's got a few that I've always kind of went by. A lot of the kids like to get down on themselves sometimes. They want to stop. They want to quit during the middle of the game because they did whatever. And just tell them, man, just plain and simple, job not finished. Job not finished.
Like it.
And the other one that I really like by Kobe is I can't relate to lazy people. We don't speak the same language. I don't understand you. I don't want to understand you because sometimes people just get lazy.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I'm not going to take
That's a good one. Yeah.
full responsibility for the Kobe quote, but the year that Providence Baptist Church, was it 2 years ago, won the softball championship, right after we won the regular season, I sent in our softball group chat, I sent a gif of Kobe saying that job's not finished, because everybody
Mm-hmm.
in that group chat was so hyped. We're like, oh, we won, we won, we won. Well, we still had the tournament to play. And all I put
Job
in
not
there
finished.
was job
Job
not
not
finished.
finished.
And no one responded after that. No one said a word after that. And that's when I knew. I was like, oh, everybody's locked in. We went in and won that thing. Won that thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the first thing that was said as soon as we won. People were coming up saying, now the job's finished.
Yep.
So
We done.
that was awesome. It was a cool moment. That quote directly relates to that. So, Matt, you got a quote? You got anything that you share to the people of Eastside that
Yeah,
just really gets them going?
I really like.
Hey, life is tough.
I like Brian's quote because I mean, you know, being first, that's always good. So
You
I
don't know
would
what that feels like.
I have
Welcome, Matt.
I have two, but here, I'll give them to you really quick. Number one, Oscar Wilde said this: "Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken." Just a quote to just, you know, always remind yourself, like, man, you don't have to be anybody else. Like, you were created to be you, so be that. And then Robert Frost, you know, of course, we get the road less traveled, but Robert Frost said this. He said, "In 3 words, I can sum up everything that I've learned about life. Here's the 3 words: it goes on." And at the end of the day,
Look at
that's
Matt with the
that it is.
inspiration tonight.
Hey,
Look at
let's
Matt with
go,
the
boy.
inspiration.
Y'all need a
Yeah.
handkerchief.
a
Somebody's got
win
to
out
wave a
there
feeling it.
handkerchief at
inspiring.
me.
He over there
Go.
inspiring with a win tonight. Boy, he got
Yeah.
that itchy going on too.
Yeah,
Boy.
That boy has been itching for a win. But
Hey, he got
yeah,
one. Team love, baby.
yeah. I think a quote. Funny, I used a quote today at T-ball of all places. Someone was asking me about baseball, and you know, one of the things that I struggled with in baseball was just overthinking too much, right? And trying to you cannot be a perfectionist and play baseball. I learned that the hard way.
It's a
Um,
game of failure, though.
yeah, so I had 2 quotes that really stuck with me. I had a Coach Reese. Shout out to Dave Reese. He was just an inspiration to me throughout my baseball career. And one of the things he always said, he saw how I just overthink every at bat, and I just felt like I had to do something really amazing. He always would tell me, he's like, "Hey, your next at bat is the most important." And so I always had that mindset going in. And the other quote that always stuck with me was Yogi Berra, famous baseball player. He said baseball is 90% mental, the other half is physical. And that's such, that was something for me throughout baseball and just through life in general and competition, was if you can overcome your own mind and things that you're constantly thinking about. And again, in the sport of baseball, baseball is, the Hall of Famers, they fail 70% of the time. And that was something that I had to like understand. Like, man, I'm gonna mess up, but if I can work on my craft and be better and just overcome right here the battles between here, man, you could be very, very successful. So,
Yep.
uh,
At first, I thought
Marshawn.
you said Yogi Bear, and I thought you was about to say
Hey,
you be
boo
the
Winning
boo.
picnic
picnic
basket.
basket.
Yeah. Or I could have quoted it like Marshawn Lynch. You got to take care of your mentals. That's what he always said. Take care of the mentals.
He only there because he don't get
Yeah,
fined.
he was just there so he
Practice?
didn't get fined. So, anyways, well, good stuff. That was good. Final quote: ForeBros draft. Speaking of the draft, Shador Sanders, terrible. But we'll have a lot of other segments coming up. I enjoyed the What If by Blake. We'll have that coming around soon in another episode. Later on down the road, we will hit another Brian's Bothered very, very soon. I feel like now after
Go
he
watch
went
your
through.
movies, people. Go
Yeah,
watch your
yeah,
movies.
yeah. I feel like he's already got one brewing now after the draft that we just had. But again, just want to say thank you for
Sorry.
watching. Thanks for listening to the ForeBros podcast. We hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got a laugh. Hopefully you were entertained for the last hour or so. And stay tuned for the next one. That'll be next week at some point. But again, thank you for watching from all of us here at ForeBros. We want to say we love you. Peace out, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.